what did Venno say after a swift victory? You guys need to hit more creeps, hit less heroes, talk less. You'll win some games. Jackie goes down first. I mean, I guess he didn't listen to this.
You think they just do like creep?
The team understanding of what they're playing for in the game, because itemization is a team skill. It's a lot about until you have more of these blink daggers and stuff. I think getting these big team wipes are going to be difficult. And
managed to get in front of the pounce. No bashes though.
No bash.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Jackie, he gets out. KP in the front lines here, but with the Guardian Greaves, he's pretty tough to bring down. As you could see, healed up a decent amount. Ice goes for the RP, hits Tim's, pulls him back in. This other support is also going to die here. Cuckoo Mancer goes down. Tim's, he's slipping away. Until the harpoon, it grabs him and brings him down. Blacklist now slipping away on their 3 cores. Rolling Thunder on out though, with the Meteor on top of that one. Good hit, but not good enough it seems, as despite Carl's attempts, his Rolling Thunder is not enough to break apart this 5-mana bleed.
So this is the Slark Tide interaction. Like, you're just feeding stacks off him and he doesn't have the threat back. If you don't have Chrono, if you don't have enough damage to threaten Jackie in these exchanges, these fights are not going to go your way. You're just going to get picked apart one by one between the Magnus and the Void Spirit as well, just being able to find these supports. That's a death sentence. I mean, Blacklist just getting caught in no man's land. Bleed get the punish. They're up 3K now with the Magnus and power lineup. I mean, they're in control of this game. They're in a pretty decent position.
I think it's always scary when you are losing fights against offlaners that build Harpoon. Because like if you're losing fights when they have Harpoon, it's only going to get harder when they get a Blink Dagger off of that, whether you're talking about the Omni Knight, you're talking about the Magnus. Like they didn't go some early game team fight aura building items. They went a build that is only going to scale harder and harder later into the game.
And that's where the bat auras pick it up. Like even DJ just with this casual drum blink build, he can get whatever he wants after this, but the single drumming glimmer between the bleed supports helps this kind of greedy playstyle work. Really does count for a lot. And if you're Blacklist, you haven't been able to use KP's Greaves that well. Like, those were Greaves fights where he's your most farmed core, and the impact is just not there because there's no one to fight around him. The lineup's pretty greedy here. You just need more farm on Pango, more farm on Faceless Void before the damage kicks in. So again, the game has to be pretty slow here for Blacklist. You just got to keep farming. I do kind of like the conceptual idea of Anchor Smash versus these Universal Heroes. This is a percent-based damage reduction, which seems pretty nice. If you landed on the Mag, you landed on the Void Spirit, you are taking a huge chunk of that out. That part seems pretty cool. If there weren't a Slark in the game, I think KP would be having a great time.
Bosku gets picked off here around the mid lane where Bleed currently 5 stacking to be able to take the mid tower. And Chronosphere is up for Blacklist Rivalry, but they don't seem super... Okay, never mind. Maybe I lied. Raven's going to TP here. The tower's already dead, though. I was going to say, they didn't seem like they wanted to fight.
I think Blacklist are just unsure of what they want to do right now. Because again, Tim's is not farming. He's like running around with KP like they're going to be able to kill people, but here's a 3-man smoke that maybe they can pick someone off, but I honestly don't know if they have the damage between the 3 of them. It's pretty close. Like, these are tanky heroes on Bleed, especially the cores. See if they... I mean, if they want to Ravage Cordon, I think they can get the kill.
I think that's what they're gonna have to do.
They don't even find him. There's another move that's using up a lot of time here. Do have Blink on KP now. It will make these team fights easier. You can just start with the Ravage, followed up with your other 2 big core ultis.
Ravage on 2. Great setup by KP. The Shackle shot to follow it. It is just the 2 supports, though. That is the downside of that.
Yeah, but that's too tempting not to take.
Sure.
And it's a high net worth bat. These are high level supports. It's a big find, especially for Tim's. Tim's is committing a lot of time to these moves. He needs a payoff in them. That's a decent chunk of gold and XP going his way. Ags finished for Jackie. This is the scary point for Blacklist. This is your third item, Slark. He has Echo, Diffusal, and the Ags. He's going to get that Depth Shroud next, and he's going to have him power on top of all of it. It's pretty scary. If you can kill him in Chrono, you're really happy, conceptually, as Blacklist. If you can't, he's just whittling away at your frontline tide. And there's not much return threat.
Yeah, I mean, he gets the mobility now. He'll get the BKB at some point. He will get the shard at some point. Like, all of those things make this Chronosphere less and less likely to be effective, and higher pressure for Raven. KP's going to get picked off here as, okay, the skewer back didn't quite work, but it doesn't really matter.
It's just food. He is quite literally food in the form of Agi and intelligence stacks. As the Tide Hunter
infinite scaling.
I mean, they talk about the watermelon. It's supposed to be the tanky watermelon, not the delicious kind.
Bleeder can take Roche. Nothing Blacklist can do about this one. Not without their Tide Hunter, not without all the big team fight items. Looks like he's going to go Sanj into, I assume, Heaven's Halberd next, which will try and answer the Slark. It's not going to be a perfect answer, but there never is one for this matchup.
It's a good Halberd game. Don't blame him for this item choice. I mean, at some point, it's not even about the Tides items. It's about his other two cores. Ooh, nice core stat.
Fast kill. And I guess another thing about this support Bat Rider, you never really feel that bad about lassoing just kind of whatever you find, right?
Yep.
It's a support ultimate. It's not one of your core ultimates.
I really think this hero just functions better as a 4 than a 3. Maybe if you want to play a mid and you have like some snowball high damage mid, I like it, but the 3 bat, I have like zero faith in it. I just don't ever see it scale out in the game. But here there's a lot less pressure on you. You can just play for the lasso, you can play to be obnoxious in the fights, you can be tanky, you can build auras, you can do all this.
Dire are scanning.
There's also nighttime Slark. Gotta be careful about these engagements. You're gonna lose vision on the map. It's gonna be harder to fight. Don't have the vision. There's a lot of big ults in this game for Blacklist, which means you want vision so you can get the big jump. Take those fights on your term. If Bleed continue to fight during nighttime intervals with Global to back it up, that's just really damn hard, man. Like, even if you get a big chrono on Jackie, you Global during that, you can't put any damage into it, really.
Radiant are scanning.
Not to mention he has Aegis for another 3 minutes here.
Yeah, that is a bit of a problem.
Is under attack. Dire's bottom tower.
The problem that's going to turn into them losing towers very quickly. Blacklist. Oh, they're going to smoke across. This is going to be really bad. They're going to run straight into Jackie. Global Sounds gets used. Force Staff up to the high ground. BKB. Okay, Carl's going to be kind of okay here. They're going to be able to kill the Bat Rider nice and easy. Jackie is getting some stacks, but they got the Chronosphere on too. Let's see if they can kill Corden with it. The Ravage goes off. The damage rains in, and they do manage to get Corden. Ice is still big, though.
He's on
health. Skewer is away. They can catch up to him. Rod of Atos, they get a bash. They got a bash. No TP away for Ice. Big fight for Blacklist, and most importantly, Raven. Being able to jump in and find that Chronosphere was perfect.
Venom Wards, huge payoff for those Venom Wards on the side of that fight. That is a massive chrono. Both cores and both jump cores for Bleed. In a fight where they should have all the vision in the world off Jackie with Aegis frontlining. That is not easy to accomplish here. Blacklist find a way, get a big fight into that Aegis timer for Bleed. They're going to get nothing out of this.
KP, Heaven's Halberd. I'll stall out the damage long enough for his team to get here. Force staff comes in. Bosku. Oh, man. Nullifier. That's going to make short work of him. KP dropping the hammer on him, or at least trying to, but
just no
he
escape.
Actually is going to get diced up. He gets an Ogre Seal Totem over to the other side of the cliff and
escape.
Does manage to blink away. He's out, but he has lost 27 of his attributes.
No,
and he may still
escape.
die as Jackie catches up another Diffusal Blade. So make that almost a clean 30. Jeez.
Almost got lassoed on the Pangolier as well. You gotta be careful. Just continuing to feast off this tanky boy. When there's no chrono, there is no fight. That's how it feels right now. That is probably going to be a paradigm for the rest of the game. So you really have to make these chronos count if you're Raven. You cannot whiff them. You cannot miss the really important timings in terms of fighting with that spell up.
Do you know the term whale fall, Avery?
Radiant's top tower
Whale
is under
fall?
attack.
Yes.
I can't say I do.
Okay, so a whale fall is what happens when a whale dies and the carcass floats to the bottom of the sea. And whales are so massive that the carcass ends up forming a whole new ecosystem for these creatures to be able to feed off of. An entirely just new ecosystem appears out of just this one body. And I feel like that is the Slark versus Tidehunter matchup. KB, the Tidehunter, the Ravage in return, managed to hit the Gale on top of 2 as well. They're going to try and go for the kill on DJ. Nice use of the Depth Shroud, though. Big help from Jackie. That's going to help the Bat Rider almost get away until Carl's able to chase him down with a swashbuckle, and they got him inside of the Aegis and 3. Wait out the Aegis, wait out the Aegis. 2 seconds, 1 second. He has the ultimate, but he's blocked. The pounce, he's not able to get away. They got him trapped in, and will finish him off post Aegis.
Another huge chrono by Raven. Just locks the Slark in place, gives them the time. There's no nullifier on Jackie. It's on Corden. So these cores kind of have to go in together to kill these supports right now between the Force Staffs and the Wing Run.
Spotted on the sign. Cuckoo. He's going to die first. The Ravage does manage to catch the 2, though. The Bat Rider and the Blitz here. Once again, the RP managed to hit 4 or 5 inside of that one. The Chronosphere does go out, and now Jackie's in trouble. Jackie, is he going to be able to get off the Death Shroud in time? The Halberd comes in. They manage to get the taunt that stops Raven from being able to get the final blow onto the Slark, and he is away. Now it's just a catch. How many heroes can they grab out of this one? Are they going to be able to fight back at all? Looks like it's going to be Ice Ice Ice. He's going to die, and Dubu, the important bounty, the big fish or the little fish, the one that they really wanted to get, Jackie does manage to slip the net.
Not necessarily
that bad. So
for
bad that Roshan isn't up right now.
Yeah, that's good if you're a Bleed fan right now. As Jackie's going to continue to look to poke and claw this. Does kind of trap himself. This is awkward,
He does.
man.
He doesn't have another
pounce for
it. Okay, this is trouble. This is a dead Slark.
That was not the play. I mean, it was a play, but
so interesting to me. I think the Heaven's Halberd was a pretty cool idea on the Pango, but he's really doubling down on this survivability over damage, because he's thinking about AC next over Basher. When you already have the Aghanim Scepter done, Basher is usually so valuable.
yeah.
But he still thinks that
Like the chances that you backtrack more HP in that than a single stat is pretty high.
sure, but how many times do you get off the time walk and it's not enough heal for you? I feel like usually the bigger threat is being bursted down in the first place.
Yeah, but I mean, if the fights go long, they add up. I don't know. I think sometimes players overrate the stats, but I can see he's just trying to survive the burst situation. Every little HP point matters. So, I mean, you watch him get RP and live with 1 HP here, and I'll look like a complete fool. Could happen. Never know. There's that skewer.
Skewer back and RP. They really committed on this Aegis. Again, that was an Aegis. He's got BKB. He's got Chronosphere on the second part of the fight, but they're going to be able to lasso, control him up, pull him back into the fountain, the global silence. No, he gets off the BKB, time walks off some of that damage. KP, he committed in deep to try and bail him out, and now he's the one in trouble. Rolling Thunder will help clear that out. So Blacklist playing for each other, playing for everybody to get home safe. And they will. No man left behind. No man left behind. Ooh.
I wonder if pulling him there was good. Well, he's got the harpoon to slay the beast.
It's true. You drag him down just like that whale carcass and let the smaller fishes go to feast.
It looks like Bleeder's gonna not even contest this Roche. You're like fighting into the Venom Tide Void is a bad idea, which does sound like kind of a bad idea, to be honest. I don't know how you do that one. But then it poses the question of, that's going to be a refresher shard Roche, right?
Dire's structures are
yes, it is.
So, how do you deal with that? Double chrono? That's a game ender, man.
Yeah, buybacks really the only way, I think, reasonably, that you deal with that.
I guess. It's going to be a costly hold. You just choose to throw corpses at the net worth.
I mean, they're going to have the money for those buybacks. This late Roshan is now playing to their advantage, where they're getting a ton of farming time out of this.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. We have a net worth in this game.
Yeah.
Does not feel like they're favored at all in the 5-on-5s right now, but if you find a massive RP, they do have a lot of gold, they have a lot of damage. Now, a lot of that net worth is on DJ, right? And his net worth is nice. He's got some auras. They don't count as much now as they did at the start of the game, but they're there. So Bleed continue to farm like this. They can wear out the map. Anything can happen with the one click of a reverse polarity here. So that comeback potential is something you have to think about. Going high ground is something you have to think about with these skewers. But that will be Aegis refresher shard on Raven. With level 25, he has backtrack. Something else that can play a big deal in these burst situations. You get a lucky backtrack proc on a void dash or a couple hits.
Thank you, Avery.
Always there.
You're focused on the important things in this.
Never miss a moment. Satanic finish for Raven. He is very tanky, 4,000 HP. With that backtrack and Titan Sliver to go with it. Refresher shard waiting when he comes out. He's going to start the siege.
Yeah, last time he went for the siege, it was with a minute left on the Aegis. Here, 3 minutes.
And Lincoln's just stops that harpoon in its tracks. Gonna get the
lasso though. Pull him back in, trying to blow him up. The global sounds of BKB is going to be used. RP immediately asks a response. Ice, focusing and pounce. He does manage to get the time walk away. A lot of abilities used, but now they got the skewer back onto the Tide Hunter here. They're pulling them deeper and deeper. They manage to get the Chrono Spirit. They go for the Void Spirit. They're locking him down. The Heaven's Halberd, though, it saves him for the moment, maybe. Oh, the Depth Shroud goes out as well as the Glimmer Cape, and they manage to hold against one of the first Chrono Spheres. But the second one could come in soon. A Hex goes out, trying to get away. Skewer back all the way back to the fountain. They cannot pursue there. Back to the buildings they go, or maybe back to the Slark. In and out, Jackie goes. Glyph is going to expire soon. Raven plays for it. Another skewer back, this time on a 2. The lasso to follow it up as well. They have the Astral Steps coming through. Not quite enough damage though with the sight. The Vice Spirit on the Corden almost trying to does end up falling, but the skewer back into the fountain. That's going to be KP dead inside of the fountain, and the Faceless Friend is going to die as well.
He has BKB. He has Chrono.
He has BKB
in the fountain.
He refreshed. Got it, but the skewer BKB goes off. He Chrono Spheres. He time walks out. DJ can't stop him, but the damage is done. They used double Chrono Spheres, and while they did take Elena Barracks, they did not clearly win that engagement.
Gotta push something here. You gotta get something out of this Void Sphere buyback right now. He has shield too.
DJ smoke. DJ's going. He'll take whatever he can find. That's going to be a Venomancer. Global Sounds to cover it just to make sure they get this kill and don't get punished. Corden, they really want to make sure he doesn't die. They get the RP onto the Faceless Void. They need a little bit more control. They still got him with a Nullifier as well. Looks like he's locked down and he's dead. Can they get the buyback out of him? How much can Bleed get in this period of time?
5 seconds till Ravage is back up. You used RP. You're pretty low on a lot of heroes. You have no Slarkle. You have no buyback on Corden. Remember, you don't want to counter Felicity either way. Be another glyph. This is getting scary, man. You cannot linger too much longer here. You have Hex and Ravage up for KP. Sure, you don't have Chrono, but there's other control lurking around here. Ice is running back to the fight after healing.
But is Blacklist willing to take that leap to buy back, not knowing for certain that you're going to be able to get a kill out of it?
I mean, this is game 3 potentially for a major. You got to be willing to take risks. You got to be willing to go for the plays that you think are correct. If you think it's the right move, you commit.
Well, they seem to, at least for now, think it's maybe the right move to chill, but it does leave an opening for Bleed. As you can see, Ice. He wants the skewer back. If he can get the right kind of opening.
I mean, if you're stalling this much, you're definitely happy holding that buyback because you can't get Megas off top anyway. Another decent lasso.
Got the lasso. The Ravage is going to be forced to use. The BKB also goes out from Carl. Carl trying to get away. The Rolling Thunder does manage to go out, but KP may be left behind here. Nullifier is going to be used on that Ghost Scepter, and there it is. The big whale gets taken down. The Nutrient soaked up by Bleed, and they'll take him for everything he's worth. That's going to be 2 lanes of barracks and another hero down for Blacklist. Another 4 versus 5 for a full minute.
And this is the level 25 Slark talent, so those essence shifts, they are staying for a very long time here. That might have a large impact. You get the extra armor, some extra survivability in these chronos. Could make the difference. You do save Raven's buyback. I mean, that's a hard decision to make in the heat of the moment. It's definitely not easy, especially with the range on these displacements. They're so big.
Are scanning.
It's better just to get the clean jump, and that's what they're looking for. Smoke up 4 heroes, might bait Carl top. And the bait is successful. Can you get the fight off it?
Global Silence goes down to stop the Rolling Thunder to allow everybody to get away. But are they actually going to be able to get away? They got a scythe onto him. Oh, that caught him on the edge. Sick. Can they save him? A shackle shot over the top and a Ravage just to make sure that is a guaranteed dieback. Now a skewer away. Ice trying to get some distance. Still has the RP. May have to use it just to keep his own life intact. Throws it. Skewer down. Blink away. Oh no! He gets hit by the Venom Gale just in time, and it stops the Blink Dagger out. He dies as well.
Strikes again. How the hell
did DJ? Look at DJ. He tried to go for the cut onto the wave. Tim's immediately there with a punish.
He has no TP.
And DJ has no TP out. He's dead as well. Uh-oh. Blacklist, the most dangerous part of the game is hitting the throne here. They're going to go for Megas first. Jackie trying to collect some stats where he can.
The thing is, by the time you're up with the other 2, Chrono is going to be close to back up. It's like a 10-second differential.
Tries to go for it, Scythe. Stops him. No skewer here. Global Silence. Just to make sure that they don't lose Ice. They can't afford to lose anybody else.
That's Megas for sure. And I think Blacklist are going to chill. I think the throwing potential when everybody's up, it's too risky with the skewers.
Both the one from Roshan, but also the one that can be bought by the Faceless Void.
There's a question there too. Like, do you give that refresher shard to KP here? Yeah. And let Raven buy his own? Because he's close to having that plus buyback. Here's an option there.
This is a bold move. Gets close to the Roshan pit. He tries to actually go for something here. Bounces in and out. The chase isn't there.
Right, they're looking to take this fight. This is not the high ground defense fight. This is the open area bold fight with no buyback on 3 of your heroes. This is crazy.
They're really going for it, and they managed to get the Venomancer. Hold him in. Lasso, right-click him down. RP onto 3. KP responds with the Ravage. BKBs are around. The Depth Shroud does go out, helping out Faceless Void in some trouble and burned out of all this mana. That's going to be life number 1. Bleed going for more. Finishing up. Wind Ranger trying to catch him. Scythe of Ice use on the Slurk. Got him inside the Chronosphere. Evans Alfred, where are they? They don't have enough. They're going to be able to get more Chronospheres, and that is surely going to be enough to be able to bring down Jackie. He falls, but he's got a buyback. Corden trying to leap away. Astral Step 1. Blink Dagger up in a second here. Dissimulates. Jumps away. DJ, he'll be caught, hit by the Venomous Gale, and locked down by a shackle shot. But the back lines, they do manage to kill Carl, and Ice is looking for more. Skewers forward, trying to create a target while Jackie goes in with his refresher. Pops his BKB with the Chronospheres down. He's going for the Depth Shroud. They're fighting underneath the shadows. They're going to be able to take out Bosku. Now the Rolling Thunder going on through. Stuck on the wall. He's not able to get through. There's a hole there. Ice is in some trouble, though. Surrounded by 3 heroes. He is certainly dead, and Bleed are going to have to fully retreat now. They are scrambling.
And Carl, unfortunately, getting hit in that as well, but it did its job. You get this Slark death. You get the Slark buyback. Now you have free reign. You can take the mag. You can take the Slark. Void Spirit, Gordon does have his backup. So that is probably the one guy you need to be wary about committing on. They're going to go for the jump.
Tier 5 items, Mirror Shields on Faceless Void and the Pango. You've got a Fallen Sky on KP as well. Global Silence goes in. Gordon trying to make the commitment, immediately stopped by the Chronosphere. They have the Depth Shroud, though. That's going to help on the Ravage. Top the second Ravage is going to control up Gordon. He dies. Immediate buyback. The 2 carries, Jackie and Gordon. They have to do it alone against 5 with a throne that is rapidly dying. They're just kiting him out and finishing up the throne. Blacklist. They'll finish this one off, and they will take game 3 to be able to put the first dent in Blacklist. Clean armor until this one, 4-0, becomes 4-1.
Bleed do indeed bleed here. I mean, what a series from Blacklist. After that game 1 that looked so rough for them to come back in game 2. Not only come back in game 2, but play this game 3 that we thought was going to be tough because of the Slark pick. That was a very slow game from them. They managed to just eke out these team fight wins, go late game with a refresher or Faceless Void. I mean,